It's a Monday, and just like every other Monday at my janitor job, I show up ready to clean messes.
Clean those outlets.
Meet Daryl. Daryl is a security for this company, and I would say we're pretty good friends. Nothing outside of work, but we would wave to each other at the grocery store from time to time. We chat about the week ahead, and I express that my rent is due, so I have to work really hard this week so I can pay it.
Press E to start the level.
I say goodbye to Daryl and get to work cleaning the office.
Oh, whoa! Who made all this mess? Whoa, hey, whoa, what'd you do in here?
Pretty typical dirty jobs to clean up. A coffee pot explosion, a printer malfunction, leaving ink all over the floor. Unfortunately, after cleaning up only 2 messes, I guess it's time to leave. I see we only get 4 stars, but that's not the only thing I notice.
I only get 4-star because I don't have any kills?
Back at my apartment, I hang up my hat after a long, difficult day of cleaning up only 2 whole messes. But soon, out of nowhere, we turn into a werewolf? But hold on, it's about to get much, much scarier. I get an email notification from work saying I have to work nights, and it's unpaid overtime? Told you it'd get scarier. Now, you might be asking yourself, but wait, if you're a werewolf/janitor who works nights, what happens if people see you?
Oh my gosh!
That is what would happen. Although I am now a werewolf, my shift starts out fairly normal. Daryl does mention that my voice sounds a bit different, which I blame on the intercom, but aside from that, he's none the wiser. As our shift starts for the night, we avoid the main hallways and use the conference room to sneak around to our first mess. We almost get seen by Steve from accounting. Luckily, he didn't have his glasses on, so he doesn't see us. And then shortly after, Denise from marketing thought she could end our career. Not today, Denise. Not today. We clean up the paint and barely make it out of the office. Woo. Our next mess turns out to be a bit of a crappy situation.
Oh, gross. Well, now I understand why the janitor turns into a werewolf. He's tired of cleaning up after such animals.
But after we polish the porcelain, our job is done and we can go home.
Go, Kyle, go!
Nobody suspects a thing.
Alright.
On the 3rd night, Daryl mentions that he's been seeing more and more fur around the building during his safety checks. We certainly don't know anything about that. We now realize that our days as a werewolf janitor are numbered. Daryl takes his job very seriously. We find more collectibles and soon realize we aren't as good as friends with Daryl as we thought. We didn't even get invited to his birthday party, which now I have to clean up. On the 4th night, Daryl tells us he's working on something special to catch whatever animal he thinks is in the building. I now notice that our conversations with Daryl are shorter and shorter. Does he know? Our night continues pretty normal, nothing out of the ordinary.
Oh, no. Ah! No! He saw me. Oh my! Pick up body. I'm panicking.
Well, yeah, except for that. In a panic, we pick up the body and run to the nearest restroom and inside one of the stalls.
Oh my god.
Our janitorial instincts kick in and we get back to work. Oh, and look at that, it's time to go home now.
Go Kyle.
Night 5, Daryl tells us that he is upping the ante for the special weapon he's making.
There's a collectible right there too.
And also, we learned an ancient janitorial skill.
So I can put bags on people's heads? Who turned the lights off? Oh, this guy's. Oh, he has a bag on his head still. Here, you can join the party. Kinda has like Animal Crossing vibes for some reason, and maybe this is how Tom Nook got his start. Bag on your head. Okay. Put a bag on your head. We'll grab this. Put a bag on your head. Oh, where are you gonna go? Oh, here, we'll go this way. Bag. And then a bag on your head. And yes, that's how night 5 went. Oh, we did. That was a good day at work.
Night 6 came around and Daryl doesn't look very
Daryl's
good.
been at work. Look at his crazy eyes.
He tells us that he was up all night putting the finishing touches on his special project. Whatever that means. Apparently it's going to be ready by tomorrow.
I have to eat Daryl.
We don't even give that a second
There's no
thought.
way
We say
around it.
goodbye to Daryl and his bloodshot eyes. And then let our curiosity get the better of us.
What happens if we like... What if we do this to everybody in the office?
Most importantly, the number one rule in the werewolf society is no witnesses.
Can't have any witnesses. No witnesses. That timing was so funny.
Amidst all the chaos, these two were over here fighting about who gets to throw the piece of trash away.
Are they fighting who gets to pick up the trash? I think we broke the game. How long will this last?
It did not last for too much longer.
3.5 minutes left. I say we're doing pretty good. I mean, I don't have a standard to go off of, but I feel like we're doing okay. 27?
27. I think my ancestral werewolf pack would be proud. But then, looks like the gig was finally up. Daryl takes his job very seriously. While we're dancing to some smooth jazz, Daryl has video proof that we are in fact a werewolf.
Does Daryl know our story? I think he knows our story.
With some quick investigation work that would make the hit TV show CSI very proud, Daryl figures out the truth.
Kyle. I think Daryl knows our secret. But it's like, is Daryl gonna be cool about it?
Daryl was in fact very much not cool about it.
Oh my gosh!
As Daryl tells us, we won't have to worry about paying rent anymore. With the shotgun in his hands, we quickly put 2 and 2 together.
Okay, so I have to run from Daryl.
Daryl's fancy special project allows him to track our footprints with the ping of a green circle. We run for our lives. But first and foremost, bag on
Can we put a
head.
bag on Daryl? Do some...
Try and find us now, Daryl.
Destroy me, huh?
We find some delicious waffles and clean our first room of the night.
Don't change.
The sacred janitorial duty must go on. Avoiding Daryl, and in messy room number 2, we find the CEO, who we eat.
Or is Daryl also...
Not sure why he was already here, however.
Oh, eat the CEO? Okay.
We then clean each stall meticulously and make our way to the mascot room, avoiding Daryl, of course.
Mascot room?
For some reason, I don't remember this room at all during the last 6 nights, but I guess there's a statue of a werewolf in this room. It appears we attempt to hide behind it, but Daryl is hot on our trail.
Don't do it.
With some thorough searching, Daryl shows off part 2 of his special project. Daryl now looks very sad. But wait! What's this? About 2/3 of the way down the rope we hung from the window to escape Daryl, Daryl spots us and attempts to follow us down the rope. I should point out at this time that the rope appears to be in very poor condition.
No, Daryl! Oh my...
Sacred janitorial duties.
Sorry, Daryl. Just like nothing even happened. Well, now what?
We think about Daryl fondly that night. Oh, hey, what's this? Our paycheck? Hey, we can pay rent.
120 bucks. How much is rent? That's the game?
Well, I mean, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed learning more about janitors and werewolves. Here's a little clip of us beating our previous high score. I have to make anyone happy on the job. It's the CEO, right? I mean, I do need to pay rent after all. Sleep tight, little one. 30! New high score!